Right, what is up, YouTube's and Rahman? And today I want to talk to you guys about training to failure. And before we get into it, I'm not a fitness trainer. I'm just sharing with you what I think is right based on the best of my knowledge. So if you think it makes sense, you can apply some of it and see how it works for you. And if you think I'm talking bullshit, then don't pay attention to anything that I say and just watch this video. And in any case, you're not supposed to do anything that I tell you to do. Okay, so first of all, let's define what failure is. Okay, failure is doing a rep on an exercise and then not being able to do another rep with proper form. Okay, now this proper form is very essential, and in some cases, maybe you can pull out some forced reps and break your form a little bit. That's okay, or maybe you could use your spotter and squeeze out a few more reps, or maybe you could do some partial reps, which would be training beyond failure, and that might be okay some of the time as long as you're in control of the weight with these partial reps or extra forced reps or whatever. All right. Now, how many sets do you want to take to failure? Do you want to take every set to failure, and how this really works? So, you don't really need to take every set to failure, okay? That would just be too taxing for your body, and you will end up burning yourself out. So, you do want to take most of your sets to failure, okay? If you can take the last set of each exercise to failure, that would be good enough. And I know there are a lot of YouTube channels out there that somehow want to give you an idea about that you just don't need to train that hard, okay? And channels like Jeff Nippert, I mean, his content revolves around this information, okay? Now, every video of his seems to be a clickbait about maybe today he'll tell you that you don't need to train so hard, but all the time based on the analysis of scientific evidence and studies and whatever these people want to analyze, then their concepts about reps and reserves and RPE, they always come to the same conclusion that you need to train pretty hard. Okay, so don't be afraid to train hard. Okay, like I said, you need to train pretty hard and progressive overload, train harder than last time. Okay, that's the only way to really progress without taking your body somewhere that it hasn't been before. You're not really progressively overloading, and this progressive overload doesn't have to be something very drastic. I've done a video earlier talking about how you can train harder than last time, what progressive overload really is, and how you should be progressively overloading in a safe and effective manner. So, if you want to check the video out, I'll add it to the end screen to this video. So, make sure you check that out. So, as I was saying, you want to take most of your reps to failure. You can take the last set of each exercise to failure, and that would be good enough. And with all your other sets and reps, you want to train close to failure. Okay. Now, when you're working out smaller body parts like maybe your arms or shoulders or whatever, it might be okay to take all your sets to failure. Okay, that wouldn't really be a problem because they are relatively smaller muscle groups, and they won't be as taxing on your body as, say, taking your sets on your back day or leg day to failure, because that would be more stressful for your central nervous system. Okay, so with the smaller body parts, you can take all of your sets to failure or maybe train beyond failure a little bit. That wouldn't really be a problem, but with particularly your bigger body parts like your legs and your back, you want to be a little more economical, a little more meticulous about the sets that you take to failure. And once again, you can take the most of your sets to failure. You can take the last set of each exercise to failure, and that would be good enough. But again, don't be scared to train hard. Okay, keep progressively overloading. Train as hard as you can, and don't really try and complicate your fitness journey with the concepts of reps and reserves and RPE and all this stuff, because at the end of the day, every study makes the same conclusion that in order to progress, in order to build quality muscle, quality mass, you need to train pretty hard. Okay, so that's what I had to say about training to failure. So we'll just quickly summarize. Training to failure is when you can't do another rep on an exercise with proper form, and with your bigger body parts like your legs and your back, you're better off taking most of your sets to failure, the last set of each exercise to failure. And with your relatively smaller body parts like your arms and your shoulders, it doesn't really hurt you too much to take all of your sets to failure, or even train a little bit beyond failure. Do some forced reps, some extra reps with the help of a spotter, or some partial reps at the end of each exercise, and keep training hard, keep progressively overloading. And I hope you take some good information from this video. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Share the video with someone who it might help, and if you like it, hit a like on the video. And if you aren't subscribed to my channel, I want you to hit the subscribe button. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.